Is this the lemonade? Lemonade.
Do you guys like lemonade?
Like the drink?
Yeah.
I do. I like lemonade. I only buy lemonade sold on the side of the road, and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, sure.
What?
I'll give you.
Are you in Animal Crossing or something?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll see if you like
Sanity
this
is
lemonade.
Gone.
Beyonce's lemonade?
Beyonce?
No. This lemonade.
Ooh,
DreamNote's
Beyonce's
lemonade. So you guys are reacting. So you're now reacting to the girl group DreamNote and their song Lemonade, which is their first summer song of 2023, that aims to provide a thrilling sensation to those living through dull and exhausting days, transporting them into a place with a cool breeze. The song captures the desire to provide a refreshing escape for listeners. With their zesty and energetic charm, DreamNote plans to inject fans with feel-good energy this summer through their lemonetic appeal.
What?
Slay. Hell yeah.
Okay. They just make up an adjective? I don't think that's real.
But they put it in quotes, so probably not. The song is composed by Ludwig Lindau, Laurel Barker, Josephine Glenmark, Ta Kun, and Elui.
Sounds good.
We.
It's Elluii.
Oh.
I
I feel like I've heard Ludwig's names before.
You've definitely, yeah. He writes a lot, I feel like, for SM groups, if I remember.
Okay.
I, for one, am ready to be transported. So, all right, ready?
You said that so monotone. He was like, I am ready to be transported.
Do I not sound ready? Let me assure you I am. Okay, ready? Time to be injected with summer vibes, and let's hope it's not actually heroin.
What?
3, 2, 1. I missed it.
I'm thirsty.
I like turtles.
3, 2, 1. Happy.
Happy.
Car. Grocery store. Oh, it's
Whoa,
already
these
playing
shots.
in the background.
It's like Costco.
You're spoiling us right now?
They're like, damn, this sucks.
That's clever. In the video, having it playing on the radio, and they're vibing.
What you bobbing your head for?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Well, this sounds promising.
Well, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, Mixolydian. Yes. Oh my god, the sub. The sub doubling the melody.
Yeah.
I like that descending line. Whoa. Ooh, some weird mixture.
That's a sick bass.
Yeah,
Bass
the
is
bass sound really
So
nice.
interesting to listen to. It's like a hollow tube. It sounds like PVC pipe.
Ooh.
It's giving Christina Aguilera.
It's a great variation of vocal technique and vocal color.
I like that harmony that they did when it cut to like two people. It's like really open. It's like open fourths or fifths or something.
Okay. There it is. Whoa. Major 3 over a minor chord. It's kind of a cool hook.
What? It's like really weird crunchy. Like this part, I'm like, huh? Barack. There's so much vocal harmony. But I really like that.
Those fake trumpets.
I do like that trumpet thing.
Synthy.
Like, that's a fun harmony and it works. Yeah.
It's like on the brink of like being minor, but it's not like, yeah, there's a lot of open intervals, I think. I like that a lot. It's like my counterpoint homework.
I feel like this is the most cohesive the sound design has been.
Yeah.
I think in a lower octave, there was a third harmony in the voice that I thought was really, really nice. I like that when you layer voice with lower harmonies instead of thirds on top and fifths on top.
The snare gonna get faster?
Yeah.
Yep.
I want it to be major.
I know.
Like they went through all the effort of the flat surf.
Yeah, and then they just went back to minor. It's just like the longest wait to get to it.
All right, they end up, hitting that major where they started. There was some minor stuff in the middle,
There's something a little haunting about that harmony.
but it's all in the name of blues and funk.
Wait, that was cute. The lemon firework?
And I think they're using that dissonance and kind of haunted quality of it to push the
Zestiness of the lemonade!
took the words from right out of my mouth.
There's a legend that lemons purchased at D-Mart keep coming back to the owner for some reason after leaving the store.
What? Whether this story is true or not, the lemons bought at D-Mart are fresh and delicious, and they would want to come back even if they disappear.
Seems like they really love lemonade.
I want a lemon that follows me around. That would be kind of fun. Look how cutie they look.
Did it give you a summer vibe? Did it give you a lemon vibe?
Yeah.
I'd say give me a summer vibe.
How? How so? What did they do?
They had lemonade.
You say lemonade? It's a summer song.
When I think of the summer, I think the summer is sassy, and I think that da 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 is a very sassy line.
I feel like it's giving like summer with your besties. Like you get off of work and then you go to a gas station and pick up beer and some like snacks or pizza, and then you just like hang out in a parking lot in someone's car or at the beach or like,
And when you're working with your friends, you felt like you owned that entire store. Like they were like shopping around that warehouse, doing all the inventory, taking all the teas. It's like, we're running the store. It's literally just like running a store with your friends.
Could it be like the beat that gives you that kind of like party confidence?
I was trying to think like, I did really like the beat, and I was thinking about like, I kind of associate like a heavy beat with that, but I think this was like more lighthearted than that. I don't think it was like enough to be like clubbing. Like I wouldn't be like in a club like lemon.
Pool party.
Pool party.
Oh,
yes, yes,
Easy.
yes. Yes.
Simply.
I want a pool party.
Okay, so thoughts.
So it's fun, but wasn't the pure serotonin that,
You were hoping.
yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so subjective. Like I could criticize it for it feels like it hits this mid-high level of energy and just kind of plateaus there. But there's other songs that I've liked that have a constant barrage of energy and don't have as much of like a dramatic ebb and flow that I applaud for the same reasons. On a first listen, I can't quite pinpoint why it didn't really light a spark in my ear.
You said at the beginning of the song you think you may like it. Did you end up liking it?
I did like it. I liked it.
What kind of vibes did the song give off for you?
Can you make yourself cry?
Don't change the subject, Jason.
Sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
Like, how would you describe this song, Brian?
That was every wrong note.
So this song had a certain sound to the harmony, right? Do you guys want to dive into that?
Sure. It's in a mixolydian. Like the whole thing is a mixolydian. Those are open fifths. I really like it. I don't know. I felt like their harmony was interesting. Like instead of thinking in like chordal extensions, like let's say you already have this. That kind of harmony, they were just like, let's do this. I don't know, there's just so much space. Yeah, there's just like so much space. Like that bass that they have before like the actual electronic bass. It sounds like when people play PVC pipe with paddles, like it sounds like hollow. I just felt like the instrumentation created a lot of space for them to explore with vocal harmony, that the two elements, like the vocals and the instrumentation, weren't competing against each other. There was space for both of them to kind of like grow, and I really liked that.
When listening to the production, what made you groove?
Drums sounded great.
Drums sounded
Bass
good.
sounded great.
Bass sounded great.
Feel of bass with drums Like those drums were quantized to shit, but it grooved. You know, like there's a way to do it.
Totally.
For me, all that stood out was the kick, though. What was there besides the kick?
There was percussion and like the other thing is when you have a bass of that sound, there's a lot of top end. And so that's competing with your kick drum. It's occupying a lot of the same like sonic frequencies. So you have to treat it as a percussion instrument if you want it to sit in the mix, which they did. And that's why it was grooving super hard because it was just, the two are just built in. Because
of that groove, was it like the verses that you liked the most since it was most clear, the bass and the...
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I know your minds.
The bass.
One thing that I thought was interesting in their bass line, boom, 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 boom. It kind of slid up to that next pitch before going boom, 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 boom. That's kind of resting on like Mixolydian, boom, 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 boom. No, it's just really like felt like it was Aeolian. Boom, boom, 1, 3, serve 1, 3, 4, serve 1. I kind of like that they slid up to that. It led my ear well, and it was so present. I do like listening to a really present bass line. Like one thing that I really like about summer driving songs, you always usually have the windows down. So when you have something like with really heavy bass, you just really feel it as you drive along. So it definitely fits that.
What was specifically about the bass did you like?
Just the depth. I was surprised how deep it went.
Like
it just
in pitch? Or
yeah,
in
but
timbre?
it's just, in the timbre. Yeah, it felt like, especially with the ambient, the noise canceling on, it really, I felt the depth.
Can you play a Mixolydian scale, Rachel?
And then you do like a regular F scale to compare. Yeah.
So those were the two scale areas they were kind of dancing around, plus the modal mixture?
No.
What part are you talking about?
Yeah, so they were F Mixolydian, F Phrygian a little bit.
Yeah, Phrygian is...
And then just F minor in the chorus. Like they introduced that flat 2 in the bass in the pre-chorus, and then it's not there in the chorus, in the first part of the chorus.
It's like Phrygian, but it's more just like...
It's just a chromatic kind of passing tone.
It's just a chromatic tone. I wouldn't necessarily call it Phrygian. I'd just say they use the flat 2. It's like a blue note.
Like that flat 2 only happens in the weird club bass.
Yeah, but it was like the club bass on top of it swishing between like major and minor within this.
And
like
it's in
almost
major.
the entirety of the pre-chorus is in major, and then the only thing that like hints at the minor is right at the end when she does the or whatever
with the scoop. There's the minor introduced on the descent, and then the scoop up to the... And then the whole first part of the chorus is in F minor.
Yeah, like very much in... Sorry.
So once we get to the chorus.
It hits. There's like two chorus kind of. There's like the first chorus and then like post-chorus, I guess, of where there's the major thing. But then the other... Like the chorus is cool. I was really down.
Lemonade.
Yeah, every time that came, I was like,
that was cool.
Yeah, this
is
like
bumping.
Grooving. Yeah, and post chorus has like one weird note,
but it's like it's a fun vocal hook. You know, like it's built really good together.
I'll give it that.
It just fun. Like how long would it have taken to like make it really fit? Who knows?
But how would you feel if like the la 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 lemonade? What if it was in minor? Lemonade. I can't say it. Well, like, wouldn't you not want to have a lemonade song in minor? Like, don't you want it to be bright and refreshing?
Well, most of the song is in minor.
They're using the two. They're using minor and major, but it resolves to major every time. So that's why.
Which I think is annoying, by the way. I don't like.
You don't mind it resolves to major?
I think that kind of modal mixture is like it's annoying.
Why?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Just my thoughts. But anyway,
I kind of like it. I always think that type of bright, dark tonality is really fun. I mean, in this context, it's a little bit more like
sweet and sour.
Yeah.
I think you were specifically saying like, is it modal mixture when it resolves on the opposite key that you don't like, or is it Like,
yeah, kinda. Also, see, I grew up in the classical tradition where that's a Picardy third. You know, that goes at the very end, and it's like cheesy when it happens. So like, put it in the loop like every 8 bars or whatever. It's like, ugh.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
can
sense.
see
It
that.
starts
I
to
can see
become
that.
less special, and then you're just like hearing all these conflicting keys, and it's like, okay.
I feel
I don't, and I interpret it like totally differently.
Right, of course.
I actually interpret this in major.
With like minor 4 and all that.
I'm interpreting it in major, moving to minor tonality, and then resolving back to major.
Okay.
That's kind of how I think of it, because obviously I didn't extensively study like music with the Picardy third and all that. I don't know, to me it sounds like we're in a major key and then we kind of go on this like journey outside of that key in a slightly darker, more sour tonality, and then we arrive back. I like that sound a lot, the minor to major kind of thing. I wish they made the melody match. The flat 3 comes back in the bass underneath
Does
the
it?
major. Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to the bass at all.
That goes hard. Is that it?
That's it. It's a little bit egregious, to be honest.
I didn't hate it, It's so fast. Well, now I'm gonna listen to it like 13 times in a row and hate it.
It's like the more you listen to it.
Right. But then the chord is so like first time I think it's just like the major chord, right? And then it goes to this chord, which is just like it's just kind of whack. So then they go there, which like sounds really it's a minor or no, it's a major chord with a like flat 9. I guess you could call it. Like, like that's the clash, But it's spread apart because it's really clashing with the bass note. It kind of works because they go to the
I just don't understand why.
flat 7. Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Do you want to try and answer your own question?
Yeah. I don't know if they're thinking that deeply about it. They're trying to break free from the monotony of this summer job, summer retail job.
Let's get
They're
Jason
fighting.
deep
They're
here.
fighting the blues. If I were them, I would just reharmonize that part of the song because that seems like a pretty like big part of the song.
It's built
It's pretty
well, like,
catchy
by itself.
Yeah, totally. I just think the harmony just doesn't match it, and it sounds kind of weird to change it, and it doesn't really work. Like. You could maybe go.
I think that works super good, actually.
Yeah, having it stay on the minor.
Because it's even more of that like dark, light,
Yeah.
like, sweet and sour kind of thing.
There's
So
something
wasn't that-
disturbing.
Do you want to figure it out for yourself, or do you want me to answer your question?
No, tell me.
There's a major-minor clash. The bass is minor, the harmony is
serious?
major.
It does make it a little zesty, I think.
It does. It makes
It's
it
kinda cool.
I think the clash between major and minor kind of makes it
I like it.
have a little more flair, but an uncomfortable flair, a subconscious uncomfortable flair to it. That if you're not sitting there going, "Oh my God, that's major and minor," and you're actually just listening to it like normal humans, you there's definitely something wrong, something up,
Also makes it harder to
which
sing
is the
along
same
to.
as. Just like perfect fifth stuff. Like when you have them next to each other a bunch of times, it's kind of just like something feels really open, kind of weird.
Oh, are we still saying positive things? Can we pivot?
We can pivot.
Okay. Well, when it came to the melody, I guess, so yeah, it went from like fluctuates between F Aeolian and F Mixolydian because it's
Yeah.
just F major with the dominant 7. Especially when it's Mixolydian, when it's got the major third, it feels like it leans to the 7th a little too much, to the point where it started feeling like a gimmick. And the moment when like that blues scale, I guess it's not a blues scale, but that sort of funky thing starts sounding like a gimmick, that's when I sort of detach from it. Like for something to feel really funky and danceable, it just has to embody it more than it just kind of leans on it,
Yeah. In a Mixolydian scale, that flat 7 is like the flavor that wants to stand out like the most
I think
present.
you want to use it
And if you
somewhat.
douse your food in hot sauce, it's only going to taste like hot sauce. You can't
That's
actually taste
right.
the food.
That's
It's
so
just going to be
true.
hot sauce.
So it's just gonna taste like vinegar with chili peppers.
I just like don't understand like a lot of the choices that were made. I just think it's very like chaotic. Maybe,
I think it's a very fun song.
I think it's fun. Yeah, I like the vibe. The groove is good. Yeah, it's very like. What's the clubs? The rave. It sounds like rave music, a little bit, like PG rave music. I don't know.
Yeah, just
It's
like,
very,
yeah,
like,
that bass
get you
rhythm
hyped, you know?
specifically. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dancey.
I could give a little thing on why it's catchy, and then it'll be easy for people to understand too. No major minor harmony clash. No, it'll be easy. It's kind of like going up, or it's kind of like going up fifth, fourth kind of thing. And usually when a melody goes fifths or arpeggiates, especially when it goes up in something that's kind of more major and positive like that, using intervals to jump up can be very memorable because our minds really focus on this kind of like that kind of area of 1 4 5 1s because we're used to hearing that. But also it's because it's like harmonic series stuff of intervals and it becomes very memorable. So they did do a good job using intervals to lock into our memory. So that's why we're gonna remember this one later. Brian's gonna sing all the wrong notes when we walk out of here. He's gonna go Lemon.
Brian's gonna have to transpose it down a few keys.
Yeah.
This is not my key, but they made it work.
I think this is just like an example
Yeah.
of how well you can use those intervals. Like I keep saying that, but it's like there proves my point.
How does having an open interval benefit this kind of song?
I guess like what you said, it allows for like more exploration because it's like an interval of a third. You can only do this, this, this. But like when there's like an open, like I never think like, oh, if this is an open interval, like I can only do this, 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 or that. Like
for me, if the interval is open, you can tell that the interval is still consonant, but it's not unison. And so for me, it draws my ear to that. I'm like, oh, am I hearing open fifths? I'm not used to hearing that in like modern music. It's just a special effect, I think. Yeah.
it's because she listens to a lot of sacred music.
Just because it's for my degree.
Group title.
Group title.